The Network Against Child Trafficking, Abuse and Labor, Niger State Chapter holds a one-day workshop in commemoration of 16 days activism against gender-based violence. The national chairman, Lemu Old Boys and Girls Students Association, calls on members to assist in the education sector, plus a special report on significance and challenges of using POS. Hello and welcome to NSTV News. I'm Hawaii Isa. Do stay tuned for the news in full. Thanks for staying with us. The need for joint collaborative efforts and a whole of society approach to address child trafficking, which remains a serious problem, have again been re-emphasized. These were part of discussions among various speakers at a one-day workshop in commemoration of 16 days activism against gender-based violence organized by the Network Against Child Trafficking, Abuse and Labor, Niger State Chapter, held at the Women Multipurpose Hall, Mina. Correspondent Habiba Dauda has more.
In her opening remarks, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, Hajia Hadiza Shiru, represented by Director Social Welfare Services, Mrs. Rachel Chibi Twaki, said the ministry is working tirelessly with other relevant stakeholders to express their commitment to ending child trafficking, abuse, and child labor in the state.
The ministry tried to locate and repatriate them back to their parents if they can do family tracing to get them connected with the help of the NAF and also other force, because we work together with the police, with the civil defense and the rest, and even lawyers. We don't work alone, so that at least the child can be united or the person trafficked can be united with her parents.
She added that as the 16 days activism is ongoing, there have been global campaigns through proper channels in raising awareness and inspiring actions to end violence against women and girls. Noted that all victims deserve dignity, justice, and access to comprehensive support. In his presentation on the linkage between human trafficking and gender-based violence, the state's coordinator, Network Against Child Trafficking, Abuse and Labor, NACTA, Niger State, Mr. Olasukomin Kalejaye, said the essence of the workshop was in line with the 16 days activism going on in the state, knowing fully well the high impact of child trafficking in the state by ensuring that citizens are well sensitized on the issue and for the traffic victims to know their antics the people are using in cajoling them so that they can be smart and vigilant.
As a network, realized that this is high time for Niger State masses to know what traffic is all about. I will know God just bless the state with the NAFTIP, and we believe that the president of NAFTIP in Niger State will be able to do more in the state and reduce menace of trafficking in Niger State.
Also speaking in their presentations, the Commander NAPTIP Niger State, Emmanuel Awed, represented by Muhammad Jibri Maka, and the Director, Planning, Research and Statistics of the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, Mrs. Mary Issa, said tackling the problem requires the collective effort of all stakeholders, parents, guardians, law enforcement, and the community. They noted that their agencies will continue to protect vulnerable groups, especially children, in line with the Child's Rights Act and the VAP laws.
Niger State is the transit route where traffickers move their victims to other neighboring states, neighboring countries. You know, where you see that some people move from here, they move to Kontagora, Rijau, KB, Sokoto, they enter Niger and other neighboring villages. So based on that, the agency is open in this, is established in this state to make sure that we broke this menace and stop this trafficking within the state.
Strengthening collaboration between security agencies and traditional leaders is crucial to combat gender-based violence. Collective efforts create safer communities. So if you want to be safe, as the person that spoke, said, when you see something, say something. When you say something, you do something. But don't take law into your hands. So let's be unified to combat all issues of gender-based violence.
Also, the police public relations officer, Wasiu Abiodun, urged community members to remain vigilant and proactive in reporting abuse, supporting survivors, and condemning all forms of violence, and affirmed that the police force remains fully committed in combating gender-based violence and ensuring that offenders are held accountable.
We have come to partner with the NACTA in partnership with NACTI, organizing a sensitization program today, also in collaboration with the Ministry of Women Affairs, and that is why we have come to support them to be part of this awareness lecture, because we have discovered sensitization is the key for all stakeholders to know what this GBV issue is all about. And the focus for this year commemoration has to do with woman trafficking and the relationship between woman trafficking and GBV. So that's why we're here, and we are here to grace the occasion.
In Mina, Habiba Dauda reporting for NSTV News.
As part of efforts to ensure fairness and balance in political zoning, the people of Mashegu local government area of Niger State have appealed to Governor Umar Bago and relevant political stakeholders to allocate the House of Representatives seat for Kontagora, Mariga, Mashegu, Wushishi Federal Constituency to Mashegu ahead of the 2027 general elections. The appeal was made by a coalition of groups from Mashegu local government during a press briefing in Mina, the Niger State capital. The report.
The coalition was formed by major groups from Mashegu, including Mashegu Local Government Youth Development Association, Coalition of Niger North Youth Forum, Mashegu Local Government Chapter, and concerned APC youth members in Zone C, speaking with one voice, expressing deep concern over the perceived marginalization for the seat of House of Representatives representing Kontagora, Mariga, Mashegu, and Wushishi constituency. Speaking on behalf of the coalition, Comrade Habila Mohammed Kudu observed that the people of Mashegu are very concerned for the fact that the local government have not been given chance to occupy the seat for the House of Representatives.
Today, on behalf of the resilient and peace-loving people of Mashegu local government area of Niger State, we formally are advocating, soliciting, and appealing graciously for the consideration of His Excellency, the former governor, the APC North Central Zonal Party Chairman, the All Progressive Chairman Niger State, as well as other all critical stakeholders in Niger State, to particularly in Zone C, to allocate a National Assembly seat to a candidate coming from Mashegu local government area of Niger State. Our appeal is anchored on the principles of fairness, justice, and equity. Since the return of democratic governance in 1999, Mashegu local government area remains the only local government area in Zone C that has not had the opportunity to represent its people at the National Assembly.
The coalition further sympathized with Governor Umar Bago on insecurity challenges affecting Zone C, a recent abduction of St. Mary students in Papiri under Agwara local government area.
We stand in solidarity with all affected families and join millions of Nigerians in praying for the safe return of the abducted people. We extend our heartfelt prayers for His Royal Highness, the Sultan Sudan of Kontagora, Alhaji Muhammad Barau Ma'azu II, wishing him quick and complete recovery. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him continued protection, long life, and prosperity. We humbly seek the support of His Royal Highness and the esteemed Emirate Council to also champion this noble request and advancing the collective aspiration of Mashegu local government people before all the relevant stakeholders.
Comrade Habila maintained that the coalition, who are speaking on behalf of the entire people of Mashegu, are assuring Governor Bago of their full-fledged support while commending his giant strides in governing the state. In Mina, I'm Sana Duba, reporting for NSTV News.
To ensure development, members of Lemu Old Boys and Girls Student Association, Lemosa, have been urged to cultivate the habit of giving back to the society by providing assistance where necessary, as the education sector must not be left in the hands of government alone. The national chairman of the association, Alhaji Abdullahi Ismaila, made the call at the Reunion's Luncheon Award 2025 held at Boso campus of the FUT, Mina. The report.
The national chairman Lemusa Alhaji Abdullahi Ismaila, who highlighted Lemu's history and contributions to education, calling on all students to give back and support current students. Alhaji Abdullahi Ismaila acknowledged the efforts of Lemusa members who are already contributing to their alma mater, emphasizing the importance of timely payment of monthly dues to support the association mission and vision. He reviewed plans to establish 3 key committees, which include Project Implementation Committee, Welfare Committee, and Scholarship Committee, which, according to him, these committees aim to enhance the association effectiveness in giving back to their alma mater and supporting current students.
This is a reunion luncheon organized to bring together all the past students of JSS Lemu for us to rub minds, identify our challenges, and define ways to resolve or solve those challenges. As you have seen from the video clips that were played, you could see the state of the school now. It's in total dilapidation, and we want to muster our resources, muster the commitment of the alumni of the school to see how we can intervene to rejig the institution, which has given us so much. Regardless of the fact that JSS Lemu was established in a remote, almost in a bush, it has produced a lot of eminent Nigerians.
The guest speaker, Professor David Festus Kolo from Hamadu Bello University, Zaria, who delivered a lecture titled Massive Failure Among Social Groups Activities in Nigeria, explained that social groups and their activities cannot be successful without a leader that has integrity, as integrity is key to achieving goals and making impact in positive impact. Professor David Kolo emphasized the need for unity and collaboration among Lemusa leaders and members to drive association's success. He urged them to work together, share ideas, and support each other to achieve their goals and make a positive impact. Earlier, the retired captain Ibrahim Mohammed Alfa, one of the founding fathers of Lemusa, said the association was formed to give back to their alma mater, acknowledging the school role in shaping their lives and producing successful individuals.
So far, so good. The association is still very nascent. We are just trying to bring it up. And like you know, with any new association, there is problem of organization, problem of mobilization, issues of funding, issues of attendance, and the rest of them. I think we have been having AGMs now for close to about the last 8 years or thereabout. And the last AGM we have, most of our AGM is always at the school ground, because most of the time we want to take our AGM back to the school so that we can see the reality on the ground, not to come and sit in Mina. This one we're doing in Mina is because it's just a lecture, just to come and sensitize our members on the need to imbibe the ideas of fellowship and coming together and forming a very strong social group that will be able to look back and try to assist the institution to rebuild, because when you go back to that school now, it's the story is a completely different thing, and we want to try to see what we can do, at least to take it back to its old days.
The reunion featured goodwill message, lecture, and award presentation. Dorcas Nelamitado reporting for NSTV News.
Point of sale POS service system is a service many citizens now depend on for quick banking transaction. As banks become crowded and digital payments grow, POS centers have become lifelines for individuals and small businesses across the country. But with convenience comes challenges. In this special report, Abubakar Aisha Umma explores both sides of the story. The report.
POS services have rapidly increased in recent years. They provide easy access to cash withdrawals, transfer, and bills payments, especially in areas with limited banking facilities. Many Nigerians rely on POS every day for essential transactions. However, frequent complaints include network failures, high charges, and failed transactions that result in customers being debited without receiving cash. POS operators also struggle with machine maintenance costs, inconsistent network, and competition from other agents. In an interview with Mr. Simon Awulusi, a POS agent, gave his insights on why he started the business and how he handles failed transactions and network issues.
Was into a business already, and so because POS makes the transaction easier and faster, that was my original intention of starting the POS business. It was not to actually do the transaction where people come to withdraw and I give them the money. No, it was because of my personal business. That's why I started the POS business. When people come to buy goods, because I have a renting company, when they come to buy goods, they like to pay through card. And I think that makes it more effective with this, as someone who don't like to move around with cash. So when they bring their POS and we do the transaction online, it makes me safer. I feel safer with my money, and then I also feel like they too they feel safer in the sense that they don't have to find money around.
Mrs. Jigara Adama also gave her insights on why she prefers using POS services than going to the bank.
POS, when I want to do payment or withdraw, one is faster and more reliable. You have your money instantly without the hustle of going to the bank. That's why I like the POS than going to the bank.
While POS services continue to provide essential financial access to millions of Nigerians, the challenge of network instability, high charges, and transaction failure remains major concerns for both customer and agents. Strengthening banking infrastructure and supporting POS operators could make these services more reliable and accessible. Abubakar Aisha Umar reporting for NSTV News.
The beauty industry has witnessed dynamic evolution over the past decades, and at the heart of this transformation lies nails technicians and aesthetics. An art once seen as a simple act of grooming nails care has grown into an art form and a booming business. In this special report, Yusuf Antala explores the significance of nails care and design, its growing economic potentials, and how it empowers both youth, elderly, and clients. The report.
Nails care involve the study and practice of nails care treatment and beautification of the nails, finger and toes. It includes manicure, pedicure, nails art, gel, acrylics, and extension. With the influence of social media and celebrity trend, nails tech has evolved from basic polish into modern design and innovation like press-on nails and deep polish. In countries like Nigeria, especially in Minna and its environment, this growth is evident in cities and smaller towns where young women and men are embracing the craft not only as a profession but also as a form of expression. Audu Duza, a professional nails tech, stayed on what inspired him to be a nails tech.
It wasn't really an inspiration from the first place, let me put it that way, because the whole thing happened like, let me say it was by accident, let me just put it that way, because I just woke up one day, my sister, she met me and she was like, we really love to join this news game. I would say yes, because I was jobless, doing nothing, I was just at home. I said, let me just use it as an opportunity to start going out. And then from there, I pick interest, and look at me today. The news work is actually helping me to achieve a lot of things.
We see how you show interest in nails business. Ms. Ashfin talk about the importance of nails care treatment.
Consider it as part of the basic importance of what? Hygiene. And when you take care of the nails, I feel it's beautify your body, the whole body. When the body is looking fine and your nails are looking somehow, it doesn't attract. So nails attract what? Beauty in the body. is basic necessity.
Nails tech is more than a beauty, it is empowerment, entrepreneurship and art. As demand grows, so does the opportunity to transform life through skills and creativity with proper support and recognition. Nails tech can continue to flourish, making it mark one hand at a time. Which do you prefer between the modern nails tech care and the local nails cutter? Yusuf Antala Jr. reporting for NSTV.
Perfume is a booming industry with scents that promise class and attraction. But behind the sweet smell lies a complex world of quality and consumer choices. In this special report, Nafisa Musa takes us on what truly defines a good perfume and how users patronize the perfume market. The report.
For thousands of years, perfume has played an important role in human life, from beauty and culture to religion and healing. Perfume is a scented liquid that makes people smell nice. Its journey began in ancient Egypt around 3000 BC, where fragrances were used in ceremonies and embalming, and by royalty. The 18th and 19th century marks the birth of the modern perfume industry, making perfume more affordable and diverse. By the 20th century, perfume had become a global business and known in different types like designer perfumes, body mist, oil perfumes, and brands like Paris Moussouf, Arabian Oud, and Dior. Today, perfume is a billion-dollar industry used by people of all ages for beauty and self-expression. In an interview with the perfume vendor at Korea Market, Ibrahim Meyadi Ibrahim, he said he could identify the difference between a fake perfume and original perfume by mere looks.
Yeah, the difference is very clear. Like for me now, that's I've been into perfumes business for a quite long period of time. I can differentiate it even by touching the carton. That's one. And number two is sometimes you see the fake perfumes, they don't last longer than the original ones. And sometimes you see that the fake perfumes are very light. They will be very light in their color. The original ones are sometimes very dark.
Hassan Meizuma, also a perfume vendor, said some perfume mixers buys perfume and go back to sell it to the final consumers in a diluted form.
iri akwai shi cikin sa aka ce miki matsala na tulare mutum ne matsalar ma dai na farko shine kamar masu yin mixing sai kuma su yin tulare sai su in diluting din shi mun sai shi a matsayin mai kyau amma duk wanda ya san mai kyau kuma ya san mai kyau sai shi magana kuma tulare kuɗi ne daga jin kuɗin wannan ka san yes akwai babba akwai karami.
Meanwhile, Ibrahim Muhammad Badamasi said he uses perfume every day of his life and he loves Arabian perfumes, Black Oud to be precise.
I use perfume every day of my life. You know, I have a lot of perfumes. I use oil perfume, I use spray, a lot. I like using Black Oud.
Also, Hawa Muhammad said she prefers using oil perfumes because it lasts longer than spray.
Oil perfume because they last longer on the body.
Furthermore, Mustafa Ibrahim Ferry, a perfume vendor, said he started perfume business because life became tougher and his friends engaged themselves in drinking and smoking, which he never wanted to be among.
Saboda zan yi cewa dai a takaice kawai saboda rayuwa. Saboda na tashi a cikin anguwan da ake ganin shi a garin Mina da dangerous area a cikin Limawa. Yawancin abokananmu sun faɗa harkan shaye-shaye, daba, sace-sace. Kuma taimakon Allah dai da taimakon iyayenmu ya sa muka fara ƙoƙari dai mu nema na kanmu. Mu masu gini, bayan muna bin masu gini kuma muka zo muka fara ire-iren irin su programs haka da ake na irin su kamar lokacin gwamnati haka za ta yi program irin kamar Race Foundation ka koyi takalmi ka koyi kaza. Daga dai haka dai na fara tunani ta yadda dai za a yi kai ma ka iya tsayawa ka kafa kanka. Daga haka na tsinci kaina cikin harkar tunani gaskiya. Shine bai wuce kawai lokacin abokaina ba, a'a in ka fara ba za ka iya ba, abu ne mai wahala sai kana da jari kai ba mai kuɗi ba ne, irin su wannan shawaran da za a dinga bani dai haka. Shine challenges ɗin da na faɗa. Na farko kenan, na biyu kuma kasuwa, irin ka shigo kasuwa za a cuce ka, za a yaudare ka. Kowa macuci ne, to ire-iren waɗannan abubuwan dai da na fuskanta don na ma biya kuɗin shago hannun wani aka zo aka cinye kuɗin ban samu shago ba, na ƙara biya na biyu aka zo aka samu shagon amma ba a gama gini ba. To dai da taimakon Allah dai har na dinga bi dai har na zo na samu wannan da nake ciki.
In conclusion, perfume is more than just a pleasant smell. It speaks for us before we say a word. It connects memories, moods, and moments. Understanding how perfumes are made and marketed helps us to appreciate the scents we wear every day. Nafisat Muhammad Musa, reporting for NSTV News.
Makeup is more than colors and brushes. It is a form of identity, creativity, and a source of livelihood for millions. In this special report, Khadijat Abdullahi dives into the importance of makeup, the business behind it, and the experiences of makeup artists in shaping modern appearance trends. The report.
Makeup is a cosmetic product applied on the face or body to enhance beauty, highlight feature, change appearance, and express creativity. There are basically two types of makeup: ceremonial makeup and casual makeup. More so, makeup kits comprises of foundation, concealer, powder, eyeliner. Makeup is no longer just pigment on skin. It identifies technology, self-expression, and a brush. In 2025, the beauty industry stands at a fascinating crossroad. Hyper-innovation, meat-conscious consumption, digital artistry collide with real-world ritual, and inclusivity is no longer a buzzword but a baseline expectation. Speaking with Gimbias Glam, a makeup artist, she explained what inspired her to become a makeup artist today.
What inspired me to become a makeup artist is because I have passion on it. Sometimes my mom used to tease me that look at the way you are rubbing powder on your face, thinking that you will be a makeup artist. But now, alhamdulillah, I achieve almost every step of the work. I'm now a professional makeup artist.
According to Hajia Amira, she explained to us about the importance of makeup.
Makeup makes you feel more confident. Take for example, people that have spotty face. Once they apply on their makeup, it makes them feel more confident around.
A client also explained to us why she applies makeup more often.
I love doing makeup because I love it and I have passion on it. With my work, I need to look good because I'm a model and a content creator.
2025, makeup has evolved far beyond decoration. It is now a daily act of self-creation, a fusion of science, art, and identity that belongs to everyone, regardless of age, gender, skin tone, or background. It heals and protects the skin while amplifying individuality. It embraces cutting-edge technology, yet remains personal. It pushes for bold, unapologetic expression while demanding responsibility from the brand we trust. Khadijat Abdullahi, reporting for NSTV.
With this, we call it a full bulletin from Niger State Television. Here are the major stories before we call it a day. The Network Against Child Trafficking, Abuse and Labor Niger State Chapter has held a one-day workshop in commemoration of 16 days activism against gender-based violence. The national chairman of Lemu Old Boys and Girls Student Association has called on members to assist in the education sector. We also brought you a special report on the significance and challenges of using POS. That's it on today's news. I'm Hawa Ino Isa. Thanks for your time.